Hey, it's Dorleen. Welcome to my channel. I'm working on a one-page layout today. This is actually really fun. These are some photos that I took of my granddaughter during her recital, dance recital, and I'm going to be using this sketch from Pagemaps. Here you go. A little bit altered because it's kind of a Disney theme because that was the theme of the dance recital. So really it just took the one page, that's the base page, and then I'm using that kind of looks fireworky kind of page, and I cut that down. Originally I cut it down to 8 by 8, but later on you'll see that I cut an inch off, so it's actually 7 by 8 or 8 by 7. I don't know how it's height 8 but width 7, because I think it just worked out better for the photos and the number of embellishments that I used. So that's an actual Disney page from Color Play. And it's two-sided, but I use this side because I like that it's celebratory, but not like overly, because I'm really going to load this up with some embellishments on that right-hand side. So I went through my Disney stash and I found those Mickey hands, also some Mickey heads, and I had those blue stars and also some little blue diamonds because I had bought it was like a 60th anniversary pack. It had this castle and all this stuff. I didn't end up using it, so I just used some elements from it. But I also found those Disney or those Mickey head, I'm going to call them enamel dots, but they're actually shaped as Mickey heads. And then I went with my Cricut and I made all of these speech bubbles, because if you noticed on the original sketch, that's what it was, speech bubbles over there on the side, or the majority. So I just went and I searched for speech bubbles, and I just picked a couple of different not sizes but shapes, I guess, and then I went through and thought, okay, what do I want to put on this? So I did that word magical, I did the smiley face, the word cute, and then I did some that just had hearts in the middle of them. But I think they turned out so cute, and I hope you agree. So it's a really fun layout. There's two photos I mentioned, or did I mention? I cut them down. They're 4x6 photos. I cut them down to 3 inches wide, and they're about 5 inches tall. And because I wanted both of those pictures, but I also was trying to follow the sketch so that it fit better on the page. And there was just a lot of extra fluff on the side, so it worked out. That magical that I put on that speech bubble, I absolutely love the font. And what I did there is I actually searched in Design Space. I just typed the word magical because the theme or the title, however you want to say it, of the dance was called The Magic of Disney, so that's why I wanted to kind of keep that magic alive. So what I did was I uploaded the speech bubble, and then I looked at the word magical. And so what I did is I put the word magical. If you notice, it's got like a little bit of a shading. So so I ungrouped it, and so the shading part, I put it on the speech bubble, and then I sliced it. So when I took that off, I also did a solid of that same speech bubble, but I did it in black, and then I kept the top part of the word magical and cut those out. I hope that makes sense. I should have filmed it, and it's one of those things you're halfway through and realize, oh shoot, I should have filmed it. But anyhow, it's super easy, and if you're used to the Design Space and how it works, I think that'll make sense to you. But I really did the same thing with that smiley face and also the hearts and the cute. So a lot of slicing, a lot of duplicating, but it turned out so cute, if I do say so myself. So I was going to use all of the same size Mickey heads, but I realized that it needed a little bit of variation. So luckily I had a whole bunch punched out. I didn't use my Cricut for those because I had a punch and they were already in a little container that I hold Disney items. So I didn't have to redo those, or like I said, the hands. You can tell here that that's definitely not an 8-inch square anymore, that it is 7 by 8. I apologize for all the popping and banging. It's actually 4th of July and there's a lot of fireworks outside my window. But I've been outside all day, and I'm okay with missing some of them tonight. But after I did all the embellishments. I put adhesive on the portions that were on the pattern paper. I kept the adhesive off just so that when I was ready to put it on the actual base page, that's when I put the other adhesive, which you just saw me do. And then I used my T-square ruler to make it straight, hopefully, onto the page. And then I'm going to adhere the photos and also the remainder of the the embellishments. So I do hope you like this video. I absolutely love the way this layout turned out. It was a fun way to use just kind of random embellishments, which I absolutely love. And I hope you like this too. And if you do, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. I do post 2 videos a week. One is always scrapbooking. The other is whatever it is I'm creating in the command center, which is the name of my craft room and also my blog. I'll have a link down in the information box with my blog, with this blog post, so you can see more pictures. And I'll also have a link to the Design Space file, because all of the elements that I cut, at least as far as the speech bubbles and the stars, are on Design Space. So if you're a Cricut Access member, you'll be able to get those, downloads free. So I'll have a link to that. Like I mentioned before, the Mickey hands were already cut with the Cricut previously. I just had them I have like a Disney bundle with papers and embellishments. But if you have a Mickey, like Mickey and Friends is probably where I got this from, because that's the cartridge that I do have. But you'd have to search those yourself, since those are licensed. I can't put them on Design Space to share them. But anyhow, so with the sketch, there was a little portion right underneath, kind of in the middle between the 2 photos. And we did get tickets to go into the, to watch the show. And I originally thought I was going to incorporate it just to have some memorabilia, but it was a little too big, and I think I got a little too carried away with these little fun cutouts. So I just didn't like the way it looked. I think at that point it was kind of taking away the random, or not the randomness, because it's not random, those speech bubbles and the Disney, everything's colored, coordinated, and themed for the photo. But I just thought it took it away from it. And then I was going to cut sections off, but everything on there I think needed to be there to tell the story. So originally I thought, you know what, maybe I'll just put it in the back, and when I look at these, maybe I'll have like a little pull tab. But then the more I thought about it, I thought I didn't really like that idea. So I grabbed this white piece. This is the background of the other paper that I used, and it has just random words. So I thought I'd go through and cut some that worked well with this layout. But back to that little label piece. So I have a section. This is what I do. I go and I just cut a bunch of like circles, ovals, these kind of like labels. And I do it in black and like a neutral color and white. And I put them in a little baggie next to my desk, because I use these a lot for like embellishment cluster bases. I use them for journaling spots. I use them on cards as well. And but they're just convenient to have. So when I wasn't sure what I was going to put there, I went through that little pile and pulled out this kind of fun shape. And I am just going to make that a journaling box. So I do grab a black pen, and I'm just going around doing around the edge of the entire thing, just freehanding. I don't care if it's wonky or not. Matter of fact, I kind of like it being wonky. Placed it right there in the bottom, and I am going to put journaling there, and you'll see that I'll do that off camera, because I'm not really sure what I'm going to say yet. And then that little ticket thing for her recital, I do a month in review page, and so I thought I would include that on that layout. So hopefully you'll be able to see that layout soon. Well, these fireworks are really going off, so maybe that just goes to show you that there is magic in Disney. But anyhow, I hope you like this video, and if you do, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.